Thank you for joining us to celebrate a most distinctive tradition at USD, the All-Faith Service. For the past 27 years, the university community has gathered in an intentional way at the beginning of the spring semester to pray together. Echoing the Mass of the Holy Spirit that begins each academic year in the fall, the All-Faith Service kicks off our spring semester. This tradition, unique to USD among Catholic colleges and universities, began in 1994, inspired in part by Pope St. John Paul II's gathering of religious leaders in Assisi, Italy, to pray for peace. USD initiated this worship service as a way to join the global church's efforts at interfaith dialogue and the crucial role that dialogue plays in fostering peace around the world. Throughout the years, faculty, staff, students, as well as community members from the world's major religions have danced and sung, reflected, chanted, and prayed on different themes related to peace. We may not understand God in the same way, but we can celebrate our similarities while respecting what makes each tradition distinctive. In our celebration and shared prayer, USD brings to life the Catholic teaching of acknowledging with sincere reverence what is true and holy in these religions. One of the most important aspects of the All-Faith Service is how it provides an opportunity to acknowledge the native Kumeyaay people, on whose land USD resides, and share the gift of their wisdom and spirituality. Our theme this year is Embracing Hope, Our Journey to Healing. Although we cannot safely embrace each other physically right now, what is within our power is to choose to embrace the radical power of hope. We should not underestimate hope as some fragile thing. Emily Dickinson describes hope as the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. This relentless power of hope has long been shared among the world's religions, and we seek their ancient wisdom for our lives today. As we continue to navigate through the suffering, sickness, and death caused by the coronavirus pandemic, we need hope more than ever. Coming to a shared sense of hope together can also be the deep well we need to draw from in order to heal racial injustices and unite us in our work to eliminate persistent racism. I was recently inspired by a piece of artwork by John August Swanson called The Storm, which he created in July in response to the coronavirus pandemic. We were caught off guard by an unexpected, turbulent storm. We have realized we are on the same boat, all of us fragile and disoriented, but at the same time, important and needed. All of us called to row together, each of us in need of comforting the other. Indeed, we are in this together, and only together can we navigate these uncertain waters ahead. Each of us is needed in actions both small and large to bring about the healing we so desperately need. May hope serve as the beacon that leads us all there. By the prayers, reflections, and stories that follow, some highlights from the past, and some written specifically for the world we know today, I pray you find a renewed sense of hope, which leads to healing among ourselves, our communities, and this common home we all share.
Hope serves as a principal anchor for Jewish identity, belief, and practice. Optimism is the belief that things are going to get better, writes the late Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks. Hope is the belief that we can make things better. Optimism is a passive virtue. Hope is an active one. It takes no courage to be an optimist, but it does need courage to hope. The Jewish people have a unique perspective on how to embrace hope. Rabbi Sacks reminds us, to be a Jew is to be an agent of hope in a world serially threatened by despair. The whole of Judaism is a set of laws and narratives designed to create in people, families, communities, and a nation habits that defeat despair. Every ritual, every mitzvah, that is, every good deed, every syllable of the Jewish story is a protest against escapism, resignation, or the blind acceptance of fate. Judaism is a sustained struggle against the world that is, in the name of the world that could be, should be, but is not yet. As we begin the new year in whatever situation we might find ourselves, may we all find the courage to resist despair and embrace hope as we work together to create the world that could and should be.
How do you build goodwill with a person who killed your son? I tell them it is done through forgiveness. As you can tell, it has helped me heal. It has helped my family heal. It has helped the person who killed my son. It has helped his family. It can work for you. It can work for your family. It can work for our country, and indeed, it can work for our world. This is not about conflict resolution. I grew up as a Sufi Muslim. Ples, who is the grandfather and guardian of my son's killer, is a Baptist from the South. I'm an investment banker. He works for the government. He's an African American. My ancestry is Persian and Indian. We have very diverse backgrounds, and we would never have met had his grandson not taken the life of my son. And today, Ples and I have spoken live to over 300,000 kids in San Diego and other places in our country. Our story through broadcast has reached millions. Ples is to me like a brother. He's as close to me as any one of my siblings. He helps me carry my load. I help him carry his load. So this is not about conflict resolution. We cannot create a world at peace with conflict resolution. We must go beyond and create brotherhood and unity. Just imagine what our world would look like if all conflicts in the world could be resolved like Ples and me. It is possible, inshallah. Thank you. Namaste.
Christians are called to be a people of hope. St. Paul describes hope as an anchor, firm and secure. Womanist theologian A. Elaine Brown Crawford offers a slightly different image for hope, that of a bridge from oppression to liberation. In harrowing narratives of enslaved Black women, Crawford encountered time and time again a rugged determinism she calls hope with a capital H. Amid the horrors of chattel slavery, These women exhibited a reliance on God, which served as the key to their freedom, both physical and spiritual. So hope both anchors us to where and who we are, but it is also the bridge beckoning us forward to new possibilities. I pray that we remain anchored to our values as we walk across that bridge into freedom, peace, and dignity for all peoples.
Creator, thank you for this wondrous day. Thank you for all the blessings you have brought into our lives, despite the collective worry and pain that we have experienced this year. Thank you for all the life that abounds around us, for the animals on the land, in the water, and high in the sky, the plants and the gardens that bring forth great pleasure, for both its beauty and its sustenance. Thank you for the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the sun on our faces. As I breathe now, I am thankful for the very act of breathing itself. I am thankful for my life itself. I know that today is not the end of my journey, but the beginning of something good and new. Please continue to watch over us as we continue on our path in harmony with each other and all living things. Guide us to do good things today.
I want to thank you for joining us for this very different all-faith service. The great spiritual writer Thomas Merton once wrote, You do not need to know precisely what is happening or exactly where it is all going. What you need is to recognize the possibilities and challenges offered by the present moment, and to embrace them with courage, faith, and hope. As we continue to face uncertainty, our prayer is that you recognize the possibilities and challenges that lay ahead of you, and that together we embrace what lies ahead with courage, faith, and most of all, hope. We leave you now with the Founders Chapel Choir singing Bambalela, a traditional song from South Africa. The lyrics, which translate to "Never give up," remind us of our own power to embrace hope, even in the most trying of times. May all our endeavors at USD this semester be blessed with an enduring commitment to hope and healing for all.
Bambalela, Bambalela, oh Bambalela, Bambalela, Bambe, 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 oh Bambe, Bambalela, Zizo Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambe, 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 oh Bambe, Bambalela. You must never give up in times of trouble. Never give up. Oh, when life gets rough. Oh, never, 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 never. Oh, never, never give up. So Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambe, 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 oh.